Hi, welcome back. I'm Roger from Prud'homme Beer Certification, and these are the style sessions. Today we're going to do another fascinating Belgian style beer, and that is Flanders Red. Flanders Reds are unique. So Flanders is in the west part of Belgium, and they have very unique brewing styles. Typically, they either make an Oud Bruin, which means old brown, or a Flanders Red. And Flanders Reds are something we see more in the marketplace than Oud Bruins. And today I'm going to feature Rodenbach Classic. Rodenbach Classic is the entry point of sour beers into the Flanders category. And we're going to take a little bit of a look at it first, and then I'll give you a little bit of background into where this all happened and how it started. So we're going to open it. I'm pouring it into the Rodenbach tumbler. It's a really cool glass because it's got raised beveled edges on the bottom of it to keep your hand away from the beer, to keep it nice and cold. Now, Flanders Reds are meant to be thirst quenching and easy drinking. These are traditional old world sour beers. It's got this beautiful color to it. It does have this really nice, deep, rich chestnut and mahogany kind of color. It is a tan beige foam. The foam is dissipating rather quickly, but again, foam dissipates quickly when you have sour or acidity in your beer. It doesn't hold the head very, very well. So this is a crystal clear beer, and a lot of Flanders Reds are crystal clear, but it's gorgeous, and it tells you exactly what you're going to smell. So when you hold this up to your nose, the two biggest characteristics that you're going to get are typically sour cherry and balsamic. You are going to get vinegar notes and sour apples, sour cherries, cherry pie. It's a really, really interesting beer. It elicits all kinds of characteristics of cherry blasters if you like candy. Once you get a little deeper into this style of beer, the oak will start to show up as well. So you start picking up oak characteristics. There is a slight mustiness to it. Not as much as what we would have seen in a goose or anything with Brettanomyces yeast. Man, it's so good. The thing about Flanders Reds is they are really approachable, and they are very drinkable, and they have started what we've seen in North America is this sour culture that we've seen in brewing. These are very old world style beers, and unlike lambic beers, they are not spontaneously fermented. They are controlled fermentations, and the fermentations last the regular amount of time. Once they're finished fermenting, then they're transferred into wooden barrels, wooden fermenting tanks called foeders. And then they stay in there for at least a couple of years. Some brewers will take longer, others will take a shorter amount of time. The thing with Rodenbach Classic, it is pretty much 70% young beer and only 30% aged beer. Then there's a Rodenbach Classic, and then there's a Grand Cru and the Vintage. The Vintage is all aged beer, so it's up to 2 years old. The Classic is more aged and less young. The longer you age, the more intense the sour characteristics are. Really, really interesting beers. And like I said in previous sessions, sour beers go back centuries. In fact, almost all beers would have had some level of acidity in them because of the bacteria that would have been present in brewing and in fermenting. Only in recent years have we been able to control the amount of bacteria, which is lactobacillus, in our beers. The thing with these foeders is they contain the lactobacillus. The other thing, especially with Rodenbach Classic, is it has a variety of different yeast strains that's in its familial yeast. So it has, I think, about 30 to 32 different kinds of yeast that are associated with this. And then also there's lactobacillus within that yeast strain as well. So the souring characteristics come quite naturally to a beer that's very easy to drink. So like I said, on the nose, a little bit of balsamic vinegar, a little bit of cherry, a little bit of sourness, sour apple, a little bit of mustiness, not a lot. And then the oak comes out later. When you taste it, very, very fast finish. Doesn't have a lot of aftertaste, a little bit of astringency on the palate. And then once you start opening it up and letting it breathe, then you're going to start picking up some more of the cherry on the taste buds and some more of the oak. that's in there. It's a style that has been around for a long period of time, but formally this style known as Flanders Red has really been around since the 1730s. So with that, I encourage you, as always, to go out and explore the beer world. Find different styles. Don't be afraid to try them. It's okay to try different things. It's okay to fall in love with them. It's okay to, maybe it's not your favorite beer. The thing is the journey. And cheers. I'm happy to see you all next time. Next time we start getting into a few other styles of beers. So gradually we're starting to move our way through the centuries. We'll start getting into more modern inventions shortly.